Okay, so what did you learn from doing this simulation project that'll be really useful for you as you go forward?
I think a big thing for me was the team working side of it. At first, we weren't really sure how to work best to each other's strengths, and it was all about getting to know each other and working out how we can work best with one another, really, don't you think? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, it was working in the best possible way with each other. And I think communication, I learned a lot about the people in my group and the best way to communicate with them and the best way for them to communicate with me. And I think, yeah, I don't know, what do you think, guys? I think it was all about, you know, kind of getting to know how we can work really well together.
Definitely. And delegating well. And
Yeah.
using our time efficiently and stuff, and realising that several heads are better than one.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was really good because we all had like different backgrounds, so yeah, we were able to delegate based on like what people had done before.
Yeah.
And it was also useful because I massively learned off you guys because my placement was quite like specialised, so hearing about other people's placements and being able to use that in terms of the simulation project was really useful.
Yeah, because Kaylee was you were in an acute ward, weren't you? So we could use a lot of your experience because I was in early intervention, so I didn't really know what it would be like to be sectioned on a ward, whereas Kaylee had that information, so it was all about learning what people had.
I think it's the importance of little things as well, just something as simple as, you know, we need to document everything. 72-hour care plan, really important, needs to be done really quickly and needs to be done well. So that's a lot about sort of your own ability to analyse a patient when they walk through the doors, as a lot of the time if they come into an acute ward, they're not in a place to be able to tell you how they feel, and it's up to you to speak for them. So yeah, the sim was good for that.
Okay, and what were the highlights of the project as a whole?
For me, I really enjoyed, well, there's two things. I think the first thing I enjoyed was this perfect ward thing. It's been quite good to have a bit of creative free reign, if you like, and like be able to everyone to just express what they want to do, and that was quite fun. And I think we mentioned the service users before. Yeah, it's quite meaningful, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really useful to hear their experiences. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it very interesting. So I think it's quite hard to like, you're constantly being taught about it from our side, so it's nice every once and again to bring in service users and be reminded of like why we're doing this and who we're doing it for.
Yeah, I was incredibly brave to stand up in front of everybody and, you know,
Yeah,
be
I think
honest.
Yeah, it made it more meaningful. It made the whole simulation project actually see who we're working for, remind us what we're doing. I think it was probably, yeah, I thought that was a really powerful thing to have.
So what would you rather just forget about and why? Be careful, some feel.
I think maybe the first couple of days while we were still kind of working out how to work together and stuff, we were all trying to work on everything all at the same time, and it was taking a bit too long, wasn't it? Not quite so efficient, and then we learnt how to be a bit more efficient afterwards.
Yeah, definitely a bit chaotic and not quite knowing what we were supposed to be doing, trying to figure everything out.
But I don't think anything was like particularly, there's nothing that's particularly sort of difficult. There's not been any conflict. It's more just about learning how to work together effectively, and because we all had the same goal at the end, I think it was quite easy to overcome any of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, final question, disregarding any comments about technology, so let's forget about PebblePad. What advice do you have for when the next year's simulation project runs? What should be kept and what might you suggest of change?
Don't use PebblePad.
Disregarding
Disregarding all the technology hinders we have.
I'd like to hear more from Sam myself, particularly the bit where he went AWOL and got drunk. I would have liked to have maybe listened to the one-to-one that he would have had afterwards to understand about what his reasons for doing it were.
I think one important thing to learn, you know, if people haven't been on inpatient, is actually when you have a one-to-one with somebody, it doesn't always go smoothly. It's not always going to be a really easy interaction. So I actually think that would be really useful. How do we talk to someone who is inebriated and angry at us? And I think as a simulation, you know, in that situation in real life, you don't have a lot of confidence to tackle it. So actually I think that would be a really good idea for sim, because it's something you can approach and know that nothing's going to go wrong because it's simulated.
Yeah, a bit of guidance with that would be, that's a really good idea. I think, you know, just general follow up with a few things that happened to Sam, and like you said, like the guidance on a situation that would normally be difficult in practice. If we had a chance to practice it now, maybe we'd be more confident if that came again.
Totally, completely.
I would also say another improvement I would make, I know it's sort of going towards the technology side, but personally I found the online days really hard because a lot of the things we were set on the online days, I would have found it a lot easier if we could have sat and had a group discussion and like been able to delegate based on people's like strengths. It was just really hard to be able to communicate as well as we did like in class
Definitely.
during the online sessions. And I don't really feel like there was much need for them to be online.
Yeah, I would
I'd
rather
like to see them gone completely.
Yeah, maybe have, I mean, we're going to be really unpopular with next year's cohort, but maybe have longer uni days as opposed to the online days, because it was really hard to all communicate with each other,
Yeah.
and it's harder to delegate online as well. So yeah, I think I'm with you on that
Yeah,
one.
I'd agree with that, definitely. And back to you, Sid, about Sam as well. Like, just a video, like more videos of Sam, because
Yeah.
I don't feel like we got to know the character of Sam enough.
Mm.
And I think it's really important. We're doing a whole project on him. I don't feel like we really knew him enough. We just
Yeah.
had to imagine what he might think or might be feeling. But if we actually had a video that said, "This is Sam, he's feeling this," a few more of those, and then a follow up of that, I think that would be stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.